have a 40 nautical mile run right up to Bundaberg today. So it should take us about 8 hours. It's going to be a little bit of rain maybe. And I think the wind is from the northwest. Not much wind, so it'll probably be a bit of motoring. Hope you enjoy the ride. For anyone that puts crab pots out, have a think about the impact it can have on a vessel like La Fiesta. Going past, coming within probably 4 meters of this, it could tangle round our keel, it could tangle round our prop. Here we are safely on anchor in the Burnett River, just to the eastern side of the marina at Bundaberg, just panning around to the northern side of the entrance. It is a fantastic place to enter here. The port and starboard markers are just so prominent, and then you've got 2 sets of lead lights that just guide you in. It's just so easy to find your way in from outside. We had a huge rainstorm just as we entered the heads, so we really needed to be able to see those lead lights, and we did. Just so easy to follow. This is the shipyard. Travel lift, quite a few boats in the yard, and I think what the attraction here is that boat owners can work on their own boats, which is pretty rare in Australia now because of all the liability around that. This is another part of the boatyard, the marina at Burnett Heads. So this is the site for the proposed Gateway Marina at Burnett Heads, the Burnett River. I think in about 10 years from now, this place will be very different. We're on the southern side of Burnett Heads headlands, looking north. Greg's just pointed out that this is igneous rock that we're on, so volcanic rock. Looking up to Moore Park Beachway, out again through the heads. Fabulous navigation getting in here for ships and boats, and just all the way back around. This is the original lighthouse from South Burnett Head. It was in operation from 1873 to 1972 when it was decommissioned and relocated here. It's La Fiesta on anchor in the Burnett River. The tide has come in and it is floating. Wednesday the 19th of July, a big happy birthday to Zach, 14 today. It's been awesome knowing you for 14 years, mate. Looking forward to the next 14 plus more years. So today we've had an overnight in the Burnett River, just pretty much at the head of the Burnett River. I'll just spin you around.
And what an anchorage it is.
It is an awesome anchorage.
Good holding, got 30 metres of chain out, mud on the bottom, mud and sand I think, so no movement. So we lowered the dinghy and we went to a little beach up there because getting onto the marina or marinas via dinghies is quite difficult now because you got to go through locked doors and stuff like that and you can't get back in. So we found a little beach and we locked the dinghy up on some rocks, and then we walked into Burnett Heads, which I've never been before, and it's such a lovely little old world seaside community with old Queenslanders and little beach shacks and things like that. Good fishing spots too. And we walked in there, had the best fishing chips, barramundi chips in there, which was recommended to us by someone in Hervey Bay. And then we walked to the headland and we found this really, really nice swimming hole that was built up with natural rocks which were found around the place, and it was crystal clear water. We didn't have our swimming costumes on though, so if we come back through here again at high tide we'll be jumping in there. It's about 50 metres long, maybe 1.5 metres deep, and it's a beautiful little place. And then we walked back from there back to the dinghy and came back to the boat and picked up some more diesel. We filled the boat tanks up with diesel. Yeah, we fixed the boat up with some diesel, and we put another jerry can of water in, and then we went to the diesel fuel wharf, where there's also a hose so we can get fresh water and diesel. And here's another couple of boats coming in. Good anchorage here. There's about 10 boats here at the moment with this one. We've got a trip to Pancake Creek, which is between here and Gladstone, but that's a long way. So we'll probably, if the winds are good, which I think they are, they're going to be westerly. We're going to probably stay at Bustard Bay, I think it is, which is north of 1770, and that's where Captain Cook had a stopover. So
in 1770.
1770, and if it's good enough for him, it'll be good enough for us, I hope.
A.m. on Sunday the 20th of July, and we are departing Burnett Heads, Bundaberg, heading north for Bustard Bay, just past 1770. Not quite game enough to go into 1770 with the gnarly bar crossing.
Just left Bundy Leeds, and it's sailing directly north almost, or 5.8 knots. 7 metres of water under the keel, and we have all the sails out.
Woohoo!
We've got about 9 knots of wind, and we're going along quite well.
And for all those people that love to see our sails up as much as we do, here we go. Here's our mainsail, all the way up. No reefs in that girl today. And our head sail, there she is in the background, she's up as well. Got a little miracle going on here. We are doing 6.2 knots, 6.3 as you can see there, and we are on 9.4 knots of wind, so that's a really great conversion rate. We're in 9.8 metres of water on a heading of nearly north, 354 degrees. That is land over there. That is Burnett Heads behind us. That's what it looks like at the stern of the boat with the water passing by. So we're having brekkie on the run this morning because we had a 7 a.m. start from Burnett Heads. Had a cup of coffee. Now it's time for breakfast. We are actually gaining on a sailboat. We left Burnett Heads probably about 3 hours ago, and all you could see of that sailboat that's sort of in the left of the screen was its mast, and we've gained on it over the last 3 hours. I'll take some more footage as we look to overtake it. So Greg's just discovered a slight tear in his sail. He's got his phone ringing now, it's all happening. So we may have to make some running repairs until we can get to Gladstone to get it taken down and off to a sailmaker. So there is the little tear in our sail, just above that round dot.
Captain King, the hill, doing about 7 knots.
Just cracked 8 knots.
8 knots? Ooh, must be going down a wave. Coastline, probably about 5-6 miles away. A long swim. There's our sails. Something just fell down. There's
We are just alongside the catamaran. And there's the catamaran behind us, so we've officially overtaken a catamaran after 3 hours. It's official. We are winging it. Woohoo! We have tried many times to do this, and this is our most successful time. Looking at the deep blue sea over here, we've had to turn on the motor because we're down to about 4 knots. Here is the beautiful little town of Agnes Water. Just zooming in on it. There is the beautiful little town of 1770. It's full, but regardless, we wouldn't be going in there. There's an absolute killer of a sandbar to navigate, worse than the Great Sandy Straits. And navigating it in a monohull is just not an option or a risk we're prepared to take. So we will keep on going into Bustard Bay, just around here. Here we are, all safely anchored up at Bustard Bay, just outside beautiful little 1770, which is jam-packed tonight. We are the only boat on anchor out here in Bustard Bay. We are headed to Pancake Creek behind me tomorrow. Little tiny roll. I don't think we'll lose any sleep over that tonight. Southeast breeze, probably about 10 knots. It's perfect. We're in, it's 4 metres of water. Our tidal range, we're going to drop about 1.6 metres, and I've got 30 metres of chain out.